Do not move! They've got your scent.
Are you gonna, like, do something, or...?
They can't see you if you stand perfectly still. Do not move!
Dude, they're dolls! Why can't I just kick them over?
I don't know. Never thought of that. I just tried the standing still thing. It scared the crap out of me.
Not at all scary.
That blue one.
The Saphrax Protocol is the season finale and 10th episode of Season 7. It first aired on October 7th, 2018, and was written by Doc Hammer. In it, Hank goes on a coma-induced spiritual journey after getting a concussion in last week's episode. Dr. Venture gets captured by the Guild as a part of the Monarch's tenning ceremony, in which he is to be officially given an EMA level of 10, and Brock kills a bunch of Guild operatives. Comatown is a synthesis of Barbarella and The Empire Strikes Back. Barbarella is a weird-ass movie that I've only ever been told is totally not worth the time it takes to watch. So to save you some time, here's Comatown from the Venture Brothers, and here's Tau Ceti from Barbarella. Here's some killer dolls from Barbarella, here's some killer dolls from the Venture Brothers. Here's the Action Man dressed like Mark Hand, and here's Phineas Phage with wings very similar to Pygar the Angel. Also, they travel with this stingray sled thing. Meanwhile, in Empire Strikes Back territory, Hank mistakes Tau Ceti for Hoth and the Action Man's costume for that of a Wookiee. Later, Hank and the Action Man are held captive by a Wampa, and Hank, who is dressed like Lando Calrissian, tries to seduce it with a monologue lifted from a Colt 45 commercial starring Billy D. Williams, the actor who played Lando Calrissian.
I don't claim you can have a better time with Hank 45 than without it, but why take chances?
I don't claim you can have a better time with Colt 45 than without it, but why take chances?
Ultimately, they are saved by Phineas Phage, whose lower half is an AT-AT Imperial Walker. I'm not going to get too into it, but the other big thing referenced in this episode are real-life guys Saphrax and Aletheus. I know Doc Hammer did a ton of research on them to write this episode, but I'm just here to say, yep, those are real dudes. Dragoon says he and Red Mantle wanted to pierce their ear like Jimmy from Roadhouse. Here's Jimmy in all his pierced ear splendor. Later, Red Mantle tells the Monarch he's not Matthew Broderick in reference to his desire to outsmart the Log of the Beast. I've got to be honest, I turned to Reddit to explain this joke to me and got several different ideas about which Matthew Broderick movie is being referenced, and I honestly don't know who's right. But I can say for sure that the log itself seems to be a reference to Flash Gordon. As Phineas Phage flies Hank and the Action Man to safety, he quotes Arnold Drummond's catchphrase on the TV show Different Strokes when he asks,
"What you talking about, Wiz?"
When Hank prepares to dive headfirst into the Atmos, we first get a little reference to The Wizard of Oz.
No, don't cry. You'll rest so dreadfully. Here's your oil can. Goodbye.
Where did you get this can?
I think I'll miss you most of all.
Oh, don't cry. You'll rust so dreadfully. Here's your oil can. Goodbye.
Now I know I've got a heart, because it's breaking.
I think I'll miss you most of all.
And finally, the last reference of the Venture Brothers ever, for now, is reference to the Sam Raimi movie Darkman.
Hank? Hank? Oh, sorry.
I am everywhere and nowhere. I'm a man on a mission, and a mission on a man. I'll find myself even if I have to look in myself. It's time I grow up. Call me the Bat.
Hank?
I'm everyone and no one. Everywhere, nowhere. Call me Darkman.
The Guild operatives teleport into the Venture compound via an old prototype teleporter Dr. Venture tossed into storage. Doc and Jackson elaborate on the commentary.
The return of the teleporters. Brought the teleporter back.
Dr. Venture.
For no adventure, just for transportation. I think you wrote it as like a prototype one or something like that was in storage. Oh, why? But I would also buy that maybe they shipped it to him. Like that's how you infiltrate.
It's possible, but
when you have the B teleporter.
Right. For my money, why there's another teleporter, A, B, and C. This would be the C teleporter. Why it would be because Doc invented it and he had prototypes in a storage shelf, which is why they arrive crouching. I'm sure the first one they sent down came back in 2 pieces because he was through a shelf.
Right.
Yeah.
And later in the episode, Dean emotionally spills a whole bunch of Canon all over the hospital room, calling back to the Inamorata consequence.
Did I tell you Pop was cloned like us? Yeah, Helper's brother told me that. Whoa, did I even tell you that Helper has a brother? Goodbye, Helper Model 2.
Goodbye, Rusty Venture.
Rusty? What, you thought I was... Okay. Wow.
And then dropping the new information that Dean is aware that Dermot is their half-brother.
Oh my god, do you even know that Dermot is our half-brother? Yeah, he's the son of that girl you lost your virginity to who Dad knocked up.
And...
he also told me he still masturbates. Ew.
The Monarch and Dr. Venture are revealed to be blood relatives, and everyone online seems to believe that this means they're brothers. But the dialogue in the show seems to actively avoid ever using the B word, so until someone specifically says brothers, I'm going to just assume this is a giant misdirect. The Hank stuff in this episode is perfect, pure, unfiltered Hank. But Ventureroos, there's a deep sadness surrounding this episode. As you all know, about 2 years after this episode aired, it was announced that the Venture Brothers was cancelled. Perhaps the saddest thing, though, is this quote from Doc Hammer in an interview with NPR. We would never end the show with one of our characters going away. We have a character walking away from the Venture family, which is not the way Jackson and I think of the Ventures. There is love and family at the core of all this. And yes, it's dysfunctional, but love and family is a deep part of our show. And to have somebody flip his gears and just go off and search for himself, that's not the kind of ending we would ever write. That doesn't feel good to me. And it doesn't feel good to me either. Fortunately, a few months later, the news came out that there would be a finale movie, and in a year when we were collectively already dealing with so much bad shit, it was such a welcome relief. I remember reading the news on my phone in my cubicle at work and having to run outside just to joyfully punch the air and be alone with my total nerdgasm. Since then, I started this channel and I haven't had to nerd out in solitude. I've gotten to share my passion for the Venture Brothers with all of you watching along, and it's been such a fulfilling experience. I love you all, and I love the Venture Brothers. As always, thank you for watching, and go Team Venture. Tune in next week for something. If you dug this video, share it with a friend, and if there was some huge glaring thing that I missed in this video, well, whatever, don't do that. Bye.